Alright everybody, Andy here with So Blue Productions. I'm here with Todd Bryant.
This should be fun. One guy's 3 strokes out in front, Chad is, but this back is treacherous. A lot of OB, a lot of things can happen. Should be a fun watch.
Yeah, and this is the back 9 of the final round. We are glad that you're watching with us. Starting out on hole number 10, 260 feet, par 3, throwing from the top of that levee, whatever you want to call it, down to this island green. 260 feet, should have a disc in your bag for that distance, but you got to deal with elevation and you got to deal with the wind.
And you got to deal with a good bit of OB right there beside the basket.
Right. Unfortunately, we have not had to see anybody from this drop zone. Maybe that will continue.
It's so easy to end off on the left side, and I think that's the right place to if you want to call in the circle a miss. That's close on the backhand.
Yeah. Chris has been all over this pin.
Ooh, he risked it. And was rewarded. I'm going to say Thunder throws a forehand. No. Does that surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, it does a little bit. And it was trickling left in the air, but it did drop, obviously. But yeah, he's just outside the circle, it looks like.
35 feet. Right where he wanted it to be.
Yep. Good putt.
Oh, amazing. Another good putt.
Yeah, Chad, really, and Chris, their putters are hot.
Yeah, and they have been. And that's why they are, where they are.
Yeah.
Drive for show, putt for dough. It's true.
Yeah, it is. And we are starting off the final 9 with a star frame birdie, which is exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, and I mean, you'd think the distance on that hole means that would always happen, but it's not as easy as it looked. This one here can get a little tricky with the OB along the right side. We saw a couple of guys in the first round inches from being safe. We've seen one turned over, but last round I think we saw a star frame.
Yeah, we did.
All birdies. Yeah,
we did. And I want to say they were a little further back of the fairway than round 1, which was an interesting thing to note. So
two guys approached from the right side around the tree last time. So
yeah,
several ways to play this hole.
Indeed. Whichever way you play it, there will be wind.
Now, that's the truth. He needs this to probably roll off. Okay, well, that's not too bad. He's got a good distance to the...
Yeah, good distance, but like you said, it would be nice to be on the flat down there at the bottom.
Yeah, this is good. Well,
kind of got caught up by that little
stake or something.
Yeah. There's some magnetic...
Yeah, it's that stake right there.
Yeah, it's that magnetic stake that's just pulling.
Well, they are all right there, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a straight line, that's for sure. It's a Thunder ripping a backhand.
That's a good shot. Yeah,
yeah.
He's inside circle.
Mm-hmm.
He just hit about a 37, 38 footer.
So 2 backhands off the side of the hill. Gotta think footing wise.
Yeah. No, but nobody's close to the bullseye.
No, that tree may be in the way there for Chris. There's your forehand.
Yeah. But you see why they threw the backhand. I
Yeah.
mean, it's Jonathan's got that shot. It's the footing that's the problem.
Yeah, it just opens you up. Left with outside the circle putt here.
Get it. Oh, a lot of chains. Good run from outside circle.
Yeah. Couple big putts here.
Oh, sit down.
That caught a lot of chains. Just a little high.
It did. That could have rolled a lot further. Wow, that didn't look like Thunder's normal putt there.
No, it was pretty low out of the hand.
It was.
There it is. Big putt. That should bring it to within 2, I believe.
Yes. That's just the example of how this back you can get a stroke, and there's some holes where you can get more than one stroke.
Right. Yeah, every single hole left in the tournament, there's a chance.
There for multiple strokes, especially if OB comes into the game.
Yeah, so hole 12, we saw 2 birdies here in round 2 from Chris and Alex. Phenomenal hole for both of them.
This is a straight shot through a very narrow fairway that cannot turn over. You're going to hit those trees on the right, and you need to hit short or it's going to skip, well past the basket. So, because it's got that downhill slope.
Yeah, I want to say both birdie shots last time landed before the basket a pretty good ways and still ended up in the trees.
It trickled into the trees. Fortunately, they both had
that got down there.
It did. Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah. And put the pressure on Chad here.
Ooh, that's going to be pretty tough, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that might be a tough little angle.
Yeah.
As long as he can see the basket, he'll be okay. But
fight through.
Oh, it did.
Wow. That was a little bit unfortunate there at the end, but really like the way Jonathan throws the disc.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Wow, that was really unfortunate.
Yeah, he drilled the line.
A little high.
Boy, that was tight on that tree. Good shot, though. You can see Chris's disc there. That might be a little more than he is hoping for.
Wow, I didn't expect that.
No. Oh, man.
Yeah, you hate to see that, especially at this point. But, it just shows you what it's like on the back of this course. Man, he's so close and just...
just didn't have much to work with.
No, I mean, he did a good job. I mean, had the height right, and just getting through there was difficult.
Nice putt.
Yeah, he would have liked to have been closer, but, if you feel comfortable with that range and you hit it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, back to what you were saying about Chris. Getting as far as he did down this fairway and not getting even a 3 is going to be tough to stomach. But knowing the holes that are to come, got to find a way to regroup because you can get some more strokes back.
Yeah, in a way, you could say he had the best, at least, result off the tee. Jonathan had a great shot. He just happened to be over there in the edge of the stuff. But I think Chris was the last one you would have expected to get a 4 there.
Yeah. So here we go, hole 13. Kind of walk us through this one.
This is one of the ones that we've seen OB shots, I think, both rounds. nobody's gone early on the right, but you've got to lay up around in this area here and then approach over here to this island green. Probably the prettiest hole that I've seen on this course.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The birdie's there, but so is OB. Yeah. So that first shot is critical. I think the island's probably easier to hit than the first shot.
Yeah, it may be. Yeah, depending on the wind, and I guess I like the forehand personally.
Yeah, I do too. But that's a good shot right there.
But that's ideal.
Jonathan likes the forehand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with that right to left, take you an overstable driver and just.
Yep, that looked easy.
Do it like that. Definitely thought Thunder would be doing this, and he did.
Yep.
Playing it a little safe. That was skinny.
That was. That's okay.
Such a good shot from back there.
Yeah, that first shot just needs to be safe. You don't have to throw it crazy far.
Yeah, I do think he made that look. Oh no, sit.
Oh no.
Got the red flag. I do think from where Thunder was, he made it look extremely easy because you can't see the basket the further back you are because of those tall weeds. So it was very impressive. Unfortunate for Jonathan going OB. And then these two are a little farther than it seems.
Circle's edge. Come on, Jonathan, put this in. Yes, sir.
Great putt.
He's a solid putter.
Kind of just having one of those rounds that it is there and then it's not there and then it is there.
It's sort of like the round we saw with Alex, where he actually played well. He just had a hole or two.
Yeah. I was about to say, Chad just kind of left a door open there with that missed putt. Chris stepped in it.
Thunder good for this.
100%.
Yeah. I had a lot of confidence in that putt.
There you see it through 13. Chad with the two-stroke lead over Chris. Jonathan and Thunder sitting at 14. Never say never, but
never say never.
346 feet, hole number 14. Tough shot off the tee. You pretty much want it to go dead straight. It's very similar to hole 3 without the 6-foot gap.
Yeah, absolutely. It is essentially an island. I mean, I know it's all fairway down through there, but you're landing. You've got OB left, long, and right. That's high.
Mm-hmm. Don't even watch it.
We've talked about a couple of guys who turned around because they made good shots, but I think Thunder turned around because he did not think that was going to land in bounds. This looks great.
That is perfect.
Yeah, that's what you call ideal.
Yeah. Fist bump granted.
Wow, that's turning. It's a putt.
It's gonna get interesting though.
Yeah, but it's not what his competitor has there.
Right.
Turn. No.
Not turning. That's that M4, I think, too. Just that right to left was strong.
It was a long row to hoe for Jonathan and Thunder already, but they've just had a couple holes that haven't been friendly.
Yeah, and huge putt there from Chad. Big time with Chris sitting under the basket.
Oh, goodness.
That's one of those that if you're Chris, it almost deflates you a little bit.
No, absolutely. Yeah, you think you're going to get a stroke on the guy, and then, he hits one. I'm probably stepping up there and missing that. So, the definition of big putting. But seriously, it is deflating because you threw the shot that you needed, and he hits a big putt. But that's part of the game.
Yeah. 15.
Yeah, I mean, here's a hole where it looks straightforward. A hyzer for most of these guys, 371, probably plays about 390. You feel like you need to go around that tree over there to the right and then just fade right in under the basket. But we've seen some guys come in before that tree and be fine. So
yeah, I think the scary part of cutting in front of the trees is if it has the height. You're looking at the OB stakes, and that is how it's done.
I guarantee it.
He's putting the pressure off the tee, that's for sure.
Yeah, he is for sure, but just don't go OB.
Just by the skin of his teeth, staying in bounds.
Oh my goodness. Well, he's going to have to hit another big putt.
You think it's got to be chalked up to nerves, though? The last two tee shots are just not what we've seen from Chad the whole round.
No, not at all. Thunder may have thrown a little high there, just faded on him a little bit, but he still got a good look at it.
Yeah. Good shot there.
That was a good shot. He's got a chance to make this, and he's been putting.
Mm-hmm. Pretty serious headwind.
Yeah, that's about what you expect in a headwind from, 40, 45 feet.
Good bid. That's a tough putt.
Man, it is. I mean, that was very confident. He's probably frustrated with that, but that was a good putt.
Yeah. Oh.
I feel like we've seen Jonathan make some really good putts, and then we've seen him miss the basket a couple times. It could just be as simple as the wind getting in his head, because it's there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, hit a huge jumper to start the round off on.
Oh yeah.
Hole 2. You see them taking their time on these little 6 to 8 footers, but got to do it, especially in the wind.
Yeah, you sort of expect a couple more than one birdie, but this is the hole where I think we started out first round saying this is just a must get, and it didn't happen. I think one guy got it with a out of circle, a jump putt from out of circle, but this is a hole that they want to get. 279, one of the shorter holes. It is a tight little opening there to get into the circle, but we need to see some birdies here.
Yeah, and Chris, he's thinking, I've got to set this close. I'm one stroke back now. And he likes it.
Ooh.
If that had dropped in.
Yeah, that would have changed things a little bit. That looked really good. This looks good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good answer. Yeah, once you get to your last few holes and it's a battle. Your arms start to get a little different.
Oh, they do. Yeah, for sure. That's a good shot.
Yeah, it is.
Get around. Did he hit it?
Yeah, it was tight the whole way. You could kind of tell was hoping for some luck there on a kick.
Oh, goodness. He had such a tight little window there.
Yeah, that's not what you want on this hole. Unfortunately, going to be looking at a 4.
But you know, Jonathan knew he had several strokes to make up when the round started, and I think that he has, he's gone for it.
Yeah.
He's tried to get what he could get. And,
yeah, I think at the end of the day, you can be happy that you gave it a shot.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't play safe when you're back 5 or 6 strokes. You've got to go for putts. You've got to, do what you can. 3 good birdies, though, here on this hole.
Yeah. And at some point, you just got to give it to the guys that are playing lights out. I mean, Chad and Chris both. Even if you're playing your best golf, I mean, they may have run away with it anyway.
Oh, absolutely. Well, yeah, I mean, just looking at the scores, I mean, Jonathan, he's played, obviously he's had a good tournament, but even had he hit all of the putts and made all of the drives, he's still not in contention because they've just played so well.
Yeah, that takes us to 17. 2 holes left, 1 stroke lead, 340 feet downhill. We have now seen forehands, we've seen backhands. Maybe we'll see a tomahawk, who knows. But this hole can be reached, and we've seen quite a few birdies.
We have seen quite a few birdies. I think it's a star frame last time.
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh. That's going to be a tough birdie from there.
Yeah, it is.
That's turned over.
Yeah, that didn't quite make its way.
No. There was a door of opportunity there. That looks good.
Oh, it didn't really get much of a play. If that skips hard, that was looking nice. That mustache gets me every time.
Oh, it's one of the best.
It's fantastic.
It may be the best in disc golf.
Gotta be.
Who else could it be? Luke Humphrey
Ooh.
shaved his. Oh, I thought that had a chance. Yeah, Luke Humphrey shaved his mustache, I think. So that leaves pretty much Thunder out there with the best stash in disc golf.
We might have to throw a poll up. Yeah. Smart play. Just get it by the pin.
Well, I think we know what's going to happen here, though. Oh, he ran that a little bit, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
That was a little unexpected, man.
Yeah, I'm thinking going into 18, just keep it 1 stroke down.
Yeah, because there's a lot that can happen on 18.
Good look at the tube. Yeah, because Chris is... Jeez, I didn't realize he went that far past.
Yeah, this circle's edge.
What a putt.
I don't know if I've mentioned this, but his putting game and my putting game looks nothing alike.
You haven't mentioned it that way, at least.
Yeah, no.
That was a huge putt from Chris.
It was.
I mean, that's a tournament saving, but he misses it.
Yeah, with every bit of the pressure on him right there.
Wow. So there we go. Chad Sherbert, 24 under. Chris Downey, 23 under. Going into 18. And this hole is no thing to take lightly. 600 feet, par 4. You've got your predominantly forehand lane here to fade out into the inbounds fairway. But we've seen Chad and Chris both taking the backhand, so we'll see if they want to switch things up coming in on the final stretch. But either way, your upshot is pretty important. You just got to stay right of the road. That's really been the theme we've seen.
Yeah, this is definitely a hole where 1 stroke can be made up really quickly. OB left, OB right. I like this play.
I do too.
Don't hit the tree. Oh, I hate that tree.
That's the one.
Who
problem.
hit that? Somebody hit that tree last round.
Josh Patan, I think.
But he had a good kickoff of it, I think.
Yeah, it kicked forward a good ways.
This is high.
He did not turn that over at all.
Wow.
That's a big mistake there.
That is. Ooh, this is turning. Oh, wow.
You can't get much more fortunate than that.
No.
From the tee box, that's a great shot.
Did I mention that I like the forehand on this hole?
From the tee box.
And Thunder threw a great shot. He just hit the tree.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the forehand is the shot there.
Yeah. And I want to say round one we saw Ben Fulford with a massive forehand. And that's out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Thunder was just
giving it a shot.
Ready to rip a disc.
As expected, we see a very conservative play there from Chad.
Yeah, very
Chris
conservative.
Needs a bit of a miracle. At the least, he's put some pressure on Chad to make a good upshot.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Oh, that needs to turn. Yeah, perfect.
It grabbed it.
Jonathan's got a really smooth pull.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I expected, maybe a bit more.
Yeah, he'll have that for the win.
He does. Yep. I guess it's only about 10 feet.
Yeah. For me, I'm nervous just looking at it.
I am. I am. Yeah, good finish for Jonathan.
Yeah. Still a good tournament.
It is,
card.
yeah. He had a couple frustrating holes, but...
Ice water. That's going to do it. Chad seals it with one stroke to give.
Presenting your trophy for the 2022 Big Rip Classic. MPO champion, one of only 2 people to play this tournament every year, Chad Sherbert.
Thanks, Mike. You put on a great tournament. I hope you can bring a tour here one day.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank Millennium, Terminal Velocity, and Cloud9 for supporting me, and everybody else that supported me. It means a lot to me, man. Thank you.
Great tournament.
Yeah,
Great
good for
tournament.
him.
He played well.
And there you see it, man. Alex, Josh getting back on towards the top. Got some other names. Thunder staying up there.
Yeah, for sure. That was a fun tournament. I mean, guys played really well. 2 guys just broke out in front of everybody else.
Yeah, they lit it up.
They did.
I mean, that was a fun one to watch. So,
Absolutely.
Todd, I appreciate you for filling in.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed it. Had a blast.
And we will catch you on the next one. Not sure what that's going to be at this point. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.